from Nebraska's trusted news source. This is Channel 8 News at 5:30.
Breaking now, a pivotal decision for a player on the U.S. soccer team. A key piece of the team will be available to play for the big game tomorrow, and fans are rejoicing. That includes President Donald Trump, who's writing on social media, quote, "Thank you to FIFA for doing what was right and reversing a great injustice." Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Mackenzie Johnson. A controversial call banning a Team USA player for one game. But in a stunning twist today, he's back in the lineup for tomorrow's match against Belgium. So why is this change happening now, and what does it mean for the big game? Let's check in with Channel 8's Jake Holman for all the details. Jake?
Right? I mean, I don't know who made the call, but every U.S. fan sure is happy they did. Folarin Balogun, one of the most electric players on the team, will be back on the pitch tomorrow. Balogun, the 25-year-old striker, has been a critical piece to this U.S. offense. He leads the team in goals scored so far in this World Cup with 3. Now, the FIFA Disciplinary Committee announced today they have suspended Balogun's red card, making him immediately eligible to play versus Belgium on Monday in the round of 32. Now, versus Bosnia, of course, Balogun was given a red card in the 64th minute, leaving the U.S. playing one man short for more than half an hour. He was supposed to miss this next match, but FIFA now stepping in and allowing the U.S. to have their striker back. And of course, it'll be a win-or-go-home situation, possibly the biggest match in all of U.S. soccer history. But they sure are glad to have their team back at full strength.
For us, it gives us a boost. We're really excited. He's been so good for us this tournament, so to have him for tomorrow is obviously really exciting for us. Exactly, you want to be able to play in games like this. It's just a big smile on his face, and all of ours for him. He deserves it.
The U.S. will look to advance to the quarterfinals for the second time ever. Now, just in, Belgium officials also responding to this news, stating in part, quote, "The Royal Belgian Football Association is astonished by FIFA's decision to declare suspended United States player Folarin Balogun to play in the match on Monday." And of course, that match, as you mentioned, will begin at 7 p.m. in Seattle Monday night, which we'll talk much more about that matchup and hear from the team come up here in the Sports Zone. For now, Mackenzie, I'll send it back over to you.
All right, some good news for U.S. soccer fans. Thank you so much, Jake. Only on 8 now, one Lincoln family is keeping a patriotic tradition, flying. For more than 2 decades, a father and son duo giving their time, putting up and maintaining dozens of American flags for the holiday. Now, as they're celebrating another year of the tradition, they're also asking for a little help in keeping it going. Channel 8's Emma Norwood caught up with the family today. She has the story tonight. Emma?
These flags may be coming down today, but that doesn't mean the spirit isn't still alive. Going forward, the Vosasic family is hoping with a little community support, this staple in the West Bay neighborhood can keep flying. Every summer, red, white, and blue lines the streets of West Lincoln. It serves as a symbol that the 4th of July is finally here.
It's a big hit. We'll have people come by honking the horn, waving.
Behind the display is Bill Vosasic, spending 21 years installing, caring for, and later removing the flags. Over time, family, friends, and volunteers joining in, turning the project into a community tradition, one that means so much to so many.
I had a lady a number of years ago stop by, and she was crying. And I says, "What's wrong?" And she goes, "My son at that time was in Afghanistan, and it meant a lot to her to have those flags out." So, you just hear so many of those type of stories, and that's what really drives us to do what we do.
In the last 10 years, Vosasic passing the torch to his son and eventually to his grandson, sharing the main reason behind the holiday.
Went through and talked about it and explained to them a little bit about, why we do what we do. And the volunteering part to me is a big part, is if we can get the youth to continue those traditions and volunteering and giving back to the community and giving back to the military.
Now, many of the flags are showing their age after taking on Nebraska's weather. So the family is hoping others can step up to help keep the tradition alive.
I've had as many as 8 or 10 flags damaged during some of the storms we've had over the last couple of years. And so that, again, you know, the expense of it all, and then it's just continual maintenance.
There's a link to the West Day Neighborhood Association in this article on KOKNTV.com. Reporting in Lincoln, Emma Norwood, Channel 8 News.
Love that story. Thank you so much, Emma. We're heating up again heading into the work week, and if we take a live look outside from our tower camera, you can see the sunshine beaming down on the capital city. Not many clouds out there today. Will the blue skies last through the week, or will storms return? Let's send things over to meteorologist Dominic Ferraro to find out. Dom?
Hey, good evening, Mackenzie. Likely going to see a couple days where it's quiet, sunshine, lots of just warm, humid temperatures out there as well. But as we head towards the middle of the week, then we could see those storm chances return to the forecast. Now, as we take a look outside here this afternoon, evening, Allo Communications camera, South 21st and L Street, lots of blue skies out there, a few fair weather clouds. We might see a sprinkle or two out of those later today. We'll have to keep an eye on the radar, but temperatures at the moment, upper 80s to low to mid 90s. At Chadron at 99 degrees, so they've been close. Been trying to keep an eye on that to see if they get to 100. 89 here in Lincoln, 86 in Grand Island. As we take a look at those dew points, still kind of on the high side, upper 60s to low 70s in eastern Nebraska. It gets a little more dry than as you head out towards the west, but certainly going to be dealing with the humidity here for a little bit. And as we take a look at your satellite, I already mentioned a couple of sprinkles maybe out towards Grand Island, but I do think the majority of us stay on the clear as we go through the next couple of hours and closing out your holiday weekend. Temperatures tomorrow back up into the low 90s as we get rolling in the low 70s as we head out the door, and not going to see a whole lot in terms of cloud cover. Again, maybe a few more fair weather clouds by the time we get to your Monday afternoon into the 90s, as we mentioned there, with a light southeasterly breeze. Also, UV index tomorrow up to a 9. That's burn time in 10 to 20 minutes, so it's going to be important. Drink plenty of water since it is going to be hot and humid. Make sure we're putting sunscreen on if we're spending plenty of time outdoors. I know it's the summertime, lots of folks enjoying some time outside. Just want to make sure we're taking care of ourselves. And yeah, we'll touch more on those chances for showers and thunderstorms as we head towards the middle of the week coming up here in a few minutes.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Dom. No doubt about it, the city celebrating America's 250th in a big way. And the Lincoln Police Department working hard to keep everyone safe. With all the commotion, officers had an eventful 4th of July. Dispatchers received a total of 333 calls yesterday. And we've got a breakdown of what kinds of things officers were sent out on. You can see it right here. Even though there are a lot of loud bangs throughout the day, police only responding to 19 firework calls. There were also 14 crashes and 23 medical emergencies. LPD is thanking all of its telecommunicators and officers who worked over this holiday weekend answering the calls. And if you were outside in Lincoln last night, you probably noticed all of the smoke, a good haze covering the capital city, and there wasn't really much of a breeze blowing it all away. Take a look here. This is a map showing the air quality today in Nebraska, the entirety of Lancaster and Seward counties in the yellow, which is moderate. Throughout the night, it'll probably clear up a little bit more. With the holiday weekend coming to a close and the work week approaching, people are returning home, but some are having travel troubles. ABC's Morgan Norwood reports.
Tonight, waves of people returning home from a historic July 4th weekend. By Monday, the TSA estimates it will have screened nearly 19 million people. FlightAware says there have been a few thousand delays and hundreds of cancellations today within the U.S., mainly due to weather. AAA expecting more than 70 million to travel at least 50 miles from home through this weekend, which is a new record. Some routes into cities like Chicago, Houston, New York City, Minneapolis, and Seattle expected to experience peak congestion today. On Saturday, a Delta Airlines plane was reportedly hit by a firework landing at Chicago's Midway Airport. According to air traffic control, the crew said that they heard a loud bang when approaching the runway and was advised there were multiple homes shooting off fireworks. No one was injured.
In tower, we just had a firework hit our plane. Delta. Roger. We just heard the bang on the plane, so we'll have to take a look at it once we get to the gate.
And in New York, rescue officials say 2 people suffered minor injuries when a seaplane made a hard landing in the East River today. 6 others also on board. The FAA now investigating the cause of the crash. Meanwhile, severe storms moving through the nation turning deadly as more than 100 million people cope with dangerous record-high temperatures. In Chicago, torrential rain triggered flash flood warnings as storms pushed through overnight.
It's never been this bad. I've been here 32 years.
One woman and her 2 dogs died after a tree fell on her trailer. Forecasters say for several cities along the East Coast, it was the warmest 4th of July on record. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
And we're checking in now on our local airports to see what kinds of delays travelers might be facing. Out at the Lincoln Airport, only a couple of flights are behind time. But we're taking a live look now at Eppley Airfield's flight tracker. You can see in the status column there, all of the green means those flights are on time, but several delays throughout the evening and a couple of flights canceled as well from the East Coast. Don't go anywhere. We have more coming up for you after the break, including less lanes, what the city of Beatrice is planning for a big construction project, and how the community can keep up with what's going on. We'll be right back. Happening tomorrow, the Beatrice community is keeping a close eye on the city council meeting. There are proposed plans to make Highway 77 into 3 lanes instead of 4 in Beatrice. Officials say it's for safety improvements, but some of the people who live there are upset with the change. Tomorrow night, the city council will declare its support for the project along with the mayor of Beatrice, and they'll be explaining why they're on board with the plan. There are also plans to make changes to a bridge and some sidewalks near where the construction will take place. We'll be keeping an eye on tomorrow's meeting, and we'll let you know what happens.
Well, close to the status quo here for the upcoming work week ahead of what could be another big warm-up for the middle of July. More details are coming up here in your full forecast after the break.
Your Storm Alert Team forecast with meteorologist Dominic Ferraro.
Well, here we are entering the second week of July. Statistically speaking, entering one of our warmest times of the year, and that is certainly going to be the case, it looks like, as we head towards the middle of the month. Wanted to start out first with your 6 to 10 day temperature outlook here. This is just for the state. Best chances of being above average for the Panhandle, portions of central Nebraska, and then still a fairly high chance of us being above average in eastern Nebraska. But if we take a step back across the country here, we can see that the majority of us are going to be on the warmer side, especially as you get over the Rockies and in towards the western portions of the country there. Definitely going to be on the warmer side here for the middle of July. And the reason behind that is the jet stream. So this is next Friday. As we take a look here going forward, we're going to see what we call a ridge build into the atmosphere. That's this kind of like arc that we see here from San Francisco up towards Billings, Minneapolis. This is a fairly significant area of warm weather that's going to then surge into the southern portions and western portions of the United States. And that sticks around here as we head into the middle portion of the month here. This is a week from Wednesday. As you can see, hot, likely going to be a bit humid out there too. Storm chances then mainly off to our east here. Likely going to be kind of a busy time for the eastern half of the country on that front, but hot, dry, and definitely going to be seeing some more summertime temperatures as we head towards the middle of July. So something to kind of just keep an eye on there. If we thought the temperatures are warm now, likely going to get a bit warmer, and I just wanted to make sure everyone's prepared for that. As we take a quick look outside, though, southeast Nebraska, Shones roofing camera, almost picturesque with a few of those fair weather clouds in Beatrice there as we take a look off towards the west. Upper 80s to low 90s for those temperatures, unless you're Scottsbluff, Shadron, and then you're making an attempt at the mid 90s to then almost 100 degrees out there. So they can keep that over there. 89 for the temperature currently in Lincoln, 88 in Beatrice, close to 90 as well in Wahoo and the Omaha area. Winds not too bad out of the south and east right now, between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Maybe a little relief, but still plenty hot and humid out there. I know we got heat index values in the lower 90s as we head into your Sunday evening, so it's just going to feel a bit warm if we are spending any time outdoors tonight. Keep an eye out on a stray sprinkle or two, mainly out towards Grand Island, Hastings. Likely not going to last too long. Not a whole lot of wind shear out there, so if anything does try and pop up, it's not going to hold together very long, but could give us a couple of sprinkles. But other than that, clear skies across the state. And that's really the story for the majority of our evening into Monday here. After kind of a busy couple of days there of severe weather, this is a relief to see some calmer conditions. We might see a sprinkle or two out of some of these fair weather clouds during the afternoon on Monday, but again, I think if anything pops up, likely going to be pretty brief. Same story out there towards the west. They could see a brief shower or thunder shower out in the Panhandle, but everything's quiet down once again as we head towards Tuesday morning. Now, Tuesday evening, there is an isolated risk for some severe weather from Scottsbluff out towards O'Neill. Better chances in the Dakotas. There we have a slight level 2 out of 5 risk. Valentine included in that, but may see an isolated storm or two kind of drift its way into the Panhandle. And that's risk then will shift down to the south over the next couple of days, or Wednesday and into Thursday. Highs tomorrow going to be into the low 90s in eastern Nebraska. Might even try for the triple digits out towards Shadron. As we take a look at your extended forecast, sticking around the mid 90s here for a little bit. I think Wednesday night into Thursday, probably our best chance at seeing showers, thunderstorms here in southeastern Nebraska. We take a brief trip then to the upper 80s, but it says we head towards Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday there of next week is where things are going to start to warm up. So hopefully we have a way to cool off. If anything, if you're planning a good trip to the lake, that's going to be a good time to do it. But we'd like to see a little more rain in the forecast too.
Oh, most definitely. Maybe some time out by the pool too. Thank you so much, Tom. Coming up in sports, Team USA getting a big piece back for their matchup with Belgium. Plus, we'll reveal our athlete of the week. Find out who it is when we come back.
Serve.
from the Channel 8 Sports Zone, sponsored by Greens Furnace and Plumbing. Here's Channel 8 News Sports with sports anchor Jake Homan. The Channel 8 News Sports Zone.
Happy Sunday. Welcome into your sports zone. We begin with breaking news for Team USA in the World Cup. Lauren Balogun back on the pitch after FIFA suspending his red card. The disciplinary committee announcing they have suspended the red card, making him immediately eligible to play versus Belgium. In the round of 32 match versus Bosnia, Balogun was given a red card in the 64th minute, which left the U.S. one man short for more than a half hour. Balogun was supposed to also miss this next match versus Belgium, but FIFA stepping in and allowing the United States to have their striker back, which the U.S. is certainly glad to have their team back at full strength.
For us, it gives us a boost. We're really excited. He's been so good for us this tournament, so to have him for tomorrow is obviously really exciting for us.
For us, just to know that we're able to have that kind of, guy that come in that has an impact like he has, knowing that we're able to kind of prepare, especially the day before the game with him. I think that just makes us even more confident. We're able to go in, and now it's how can we, mentally prepare after finding these news and keep that composure to be able to go in tomorrow and still make an impact.
Balogun has 3 goals in his World Cup, which leads the team, and U.S. will look to advance the quarterfinals for the second time ever. The matchup versus Belgium, 7 p.m. tomorrow night. And here's a result from today's first match: Norway over Brazil, 2-1, appearing in their first ever quarterfinals. Now they'll play the winner of Mexico versus England tonight at 7 p.m. Let's talk some ball. The Kansas City Royals tying up their weekend series today versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Lane Thomas doubled right here will put the home team in blue up first 1-0. After 7 innings, though, it was just a 1-run ball game. Royals up 3-2. 8th inning we go. And Salvador Perez, he's still got it. The 2-run double to left would bring in 2 more for Kansas City, closing this one out. As a Phillies fan, yes, it pains me to say, the Royals take this one 5-2, even up the series and set for tomorrow on Monday. Now, Salt Dogs right now in a doubleheader, taking game 1 over the Real Cats 3-2, and then right now up 6-3 in game number 2 in the 7th inning. We'll see how the rest of that one goes tonight. And before we go, one Lincoln native went back-to-back at the Women's City Golf Tournament on Monday, and even shooting a course low. That's why Nicole Colbus has been named our Athlete of the Week.
The following segment is sponsored by Menards.
Back to back.
It was a blast. I honestly went into it with no expectations.
Meet Nicole Colbus. She's the 2-time defending champ at the Lincoln City Women's Golf Tournament, and she set a new standard this past week at the 93rd Annual Championship.
It was a dream. It was my low score personally, and then also being able to break my own record at Pioneers was fun. So
Nicole, otherwise known as Coco, shot a new personal best, 62, in round number 1, tying the course record at Pioneers, draining 10 birdies and just 1 bogey.
I don't think I really had a putt longer than 10 feet for a birdie, and most of them were within 6 feet, and then a couple that I drained that were a little bit outside that. So I would say the putter and just the wedge game, but obviously need to hit the drives too. So I feel like it overall and just altogether it really worked and kind of pieced together.
She finished the tournament shooting .202, 28 shots better than the next opponent. The 21-year-old is a Lincoln native, a high school grad from Lincoln Pius X, but now is approaching her senior season at the University of Nevada. She says being able to come back to the capital city and compete on home soil makes her feel more at ease, to which she credits why she plays so well.
I'm a family person at heart, and so being able to be at home and just being in that environment is what really makes it for me. And trying to replicate that whenever I go somewhere is important to me. So just it's a good grounding opportunity for me, is coming home and being with family.
So now Colbus will focus up on her final year of college in Reno, but until then, she'll be back next summer in Lincoln to go for a three-peat.
The hope is to try to turn pro for at least a moment and see where that takes me. But I would love to play in it. I think playing in this tournament means a lot, not just to myself, but just the people around the city of Lincoln. And so I like to support the best I can. And if that's just playing in this tournament and being around some really cool ladies and a cool committee, it's what I like to do.
Now, a fun fact, winning literally runs in Nicole's family. Nicole's mother, Stephanie, an 18-time champ at that tournament. So for Nicole, only 16 more to go. That's going to do it for your sports center. For McKenzie, go ahead and set it back over to you.
Yeah, big congrats to her. It's awesome to set that record. Thank you so much, Jake. Let's get our final check of the weather now. Dom, what do we need to know?
Yeah, maybe some good golf weather coming up the next couple days. It's going to be sunny. It'll be a little bit warm, but never a bad day to try and get out there. Upper 60s then for your lows tonight. Then on the way then to the 90s for your forecast. Tomorrow still on the warm side, still on the humid side. That's likely not going to go away here for some time. Next couple days after that, mid-90s on the way for Tuesday and into Wednesday. I'd say late Wednesday's your next best chance at precipitation here in southeast Nebraska. But as always, keep an eye on the radar, especially during the afternoon hours.
Most definitely. Thank you so much, Dom, and thank you all for joining us. Have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you right back here tonight at 10 o'clock.
Plan your next game night out or celebrate any milestone with us, because happy hour is even happier when you're winning. Only at Warhorse Casino, minutes from downtown in Lincoln.
Let your voice be heard by sharing your photos and videos to the Now Local News app. Earn points and redeem them for gift cards. Scan the QR code to join.
Ernie's Mattress First.